loss for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Sliding out of the pocket. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way out to the 45-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
First down, Seahawks.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
And the Seahawks first down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Flushed out right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
First down, Seattle.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. David Moore there to make the grab. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Packers nothing. Jason.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers, and nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Here's Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
3rd down and 9.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play. The pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. He takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, called it the 26.
10-10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right?
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Green Bay.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is?
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Dancing to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First down.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack.
7 yards. It's 2nd down.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson escaping the pressure right. And it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10. At their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And that's caught inside the 35.
Wilson.
And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
49-yard gain on the play.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson.
For a quarterback, there's two sides.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
At the 14-yard
On second down, it's Jones. Jones breaking from the contact. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big run there by Jones. 46 yards on the ground. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Sheds another. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
at the 40-yard line.
To throw is Rodgers. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
A gain of a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you... Touchdown, Packers! Aaron Rodgers hitting Allen Lazard. And the Packers move back within a couple of the lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, sings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage. And just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Boy, a curious decision to go for. It doesn't pan out, and the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
10 at the 23-yard line.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
He was taken down by
a tackle made by K.J. Wright. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the Seahawks' 23-yard line.
Rodgers now to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down.
4th down.
So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now Wilson on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On 3rd down, Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a 2nd time. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to him,
man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Wilson will throw again. Flush to it, and he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Dean Lowry able to get him for a loss of about 3. On 2nd and goal, Wilson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Touchdown.
A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
21.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 8. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, well, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
On second down now, it's Jones. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawk defense. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
21. Packers 13.
To throw, it's Rodgers. He's got his man on the crossing route. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play for the Pack on 3rd. 42 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Carlos Dunlap able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 10-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score...
And he's down. Back in his own land to Lockett. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Gain on the play. And it's
from the gun, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Here we go on 4th with Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. To throw again is Wilson. He lets it fly. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 36 yards on the play.
1st down, Seattle.
Play action. Now Wilson. They'll roll him out right. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's good for 28 yards. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, but it's going to be 2nd down.
King there defensively.
To throw again, Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson on target to DK Metcalf. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Now Myers for the extra point.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Packers 13.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by DJ Reed. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
The Seahawks.
We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected some...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Rolling to his right.
7-yard line.
Open is Olsen. He's got it. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Touchdown, Seattle.
Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
I thought that was a nice job there of feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
5-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers to get...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 75 yards. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit.
Mason Crosby for the extra point.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A
good pickup there at 22.
Seahawks.
Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. And now that'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Wilson. Buying time to his left. He'll run it. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Out Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Za'Darius Smith picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Will Redmond. And this one will be brought back to the 22. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, 78 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
Makes the score Seahawks 35. Packers 26. Mason Crosby.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
First down.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
He certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now Wilson to throw on third down, escaping the pressure right. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And this defense will take over right at midfield. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. On second down, it's Jones. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
He's got the hook up to Lazard. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now Rodgers. Looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Incomplete.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 19. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Za'Darius Smith getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Wilson over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game, and finally forced an incompletion.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will give him a 12-point lead. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. The Packers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 13 yards, first down Packers.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
This is Jones. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And now here is another interception. Shaquill Griffin with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. He's going to take off with it, and he's able to get up here to the 26. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. He lets it fly for Lockett. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you can.
And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time.
1st and 10 at the 48.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Rodgers now on 1st down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
For Robert Tonyan, incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts.
He was taken down by Bobby Wagner.
As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
A 43-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through. And that'll get the deficit back to 16.
Packers 29.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
The kickoff for Green Bay.
And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let me feel myself a
And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. But gutsy call there. Yates at the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
That's complete to Lazard. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
They go play action here on first down. Being chased out left. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Gain of 4. Makes it 3rd.
Again, it's Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll go with Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Packers going to score closer. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit.
45. Packers 37. Mason Crosby.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Chris Carson, the intended receiver, and now it's second down. To throw again, Wilson airing it out for Olsen. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. 67 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Touchdown.
A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by DJ Reed. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8. The last time we saw 7, 2001, right? Yeah.
It's Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, Are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good.
The Seahawks first down.
On first down, Wilson. And now here is another interception. Kevin King with a pick. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. And I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the return will stop right around the 25. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 39. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive.
Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, 37 yards. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, might replace.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run, and obviously ball security is paramount in today's.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Flushed out right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Wilson eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Carson, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, It's Carson. He pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
1-yard line.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
On play action, Rodgers. And Lewis has it, the tight end. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
But vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the return will stop right around the 25. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. So if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who get 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Will Dissly, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Jones. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And I do believe this is going to line up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? On second down, it's Jones, and he'll get this up only to about the 33. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll go again to Jones. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass, a run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On the delay, Jones. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Looking deep for Adams. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. After the interception, here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Taken down at the 41. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
To Tyler Lockett.
33 yards that time.
Yards on the play.
From the gun, it's Wilson.
Seattle.
That's complete into the hands of Carson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Seahawks.
Wilson operating from the gun. And to the tight end, Olsen, right side.
Wilson's pass.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
2nd and 7.
To throw again is Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Chris Carson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Wilson now. From the gun, he'll throw. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something.
Heads up.
To make.
He's got a man complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line.
That's good.
It's a big play that time for the Packers. 45 yards.
At the 30-yard line.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. On the move to his left. They'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
He was taken down by K.J. Wright. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now Jones. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the 1st down at around the 22. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And all the way down to the 39. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 47 yards. Now this throw caught left side. Tyler Lockett. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. A quick throw, but incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Looking deep for Adams. And now here is another interception. Picked off by DJ Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 11-yard line.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Zadarius Smith, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. On 3rd down, Wilson. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late, and that margin that he had on the defense.
And now here is another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington or Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. 42 yards.
And the Seahawks
from the gun. Wilson. That's going to be caught. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. They'll buy some time right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead.
And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle.
Tyler Lockett.
A 1-yard touchdown pass. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return. The Packers take over 1st and 10.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Going for the deep ball. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by DJ Reed. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
28-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory.
David Moore.
A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Touchdown.
A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. Here's Wilson operating from the gun. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space.
There he goes right side. Tyler Ervin on the loose. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards. And his guys are able to get a score back. Here comes Rodgers now as he'll go for the 2-point conversion. Now it's Rodgers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
88. Packers 51.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some. And now here is another interception. Picked off with great anticipation. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. That's caught inside the 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Green Bay. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 49 yards. They'll try and run it in with Jones. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did.
Short of the goal line.
Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
They'll try again with Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one. This time they get him behind the line.
But it's going to be...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 40, the 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Seattle.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. On play action, now Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again. Rodgers got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. This one complete to Tanyan underneath. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. 2nd and 11 at the 41. They'll run it with Jones. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
33, Aaron Jones.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Gonna throw right side here, complete. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards. So tough to cover a big tight end like that.
It changes the chalk, as one of my coaches like to say.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarter.
And my goodness, another interception. Jordan Brooks with it. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
He'll take over first and
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. They'll roll him out right. They'll find Ballore out of the backfield. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dean Lowry in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon.
and out.
The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he'll be out right at the 35. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down. Trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
He lets it fly for Lockett. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 51 yards. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they've wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they've wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Touchdown, Seattle.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows, you may meet up with this team again.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. A gain of 28 yards there, and give him a first down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead will swell by one more.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Packers take over first.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
I think this is a free play for Wilson. And he is going to go down here, but we also have a penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. They may have jumped the gun. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty. Wilson, he's going to look to run with it. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Back at the 38-yard line.
To throw is Wilson on 3rd down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.